G'day and welcome to Cities Skylines. We're back in Amity Bay, a modded Let's Play series. If you're new to the channel, I'll post a link in the corner so you can check out how we got to this point in our city. So one thing our city is severely lacking is university places. If we take a look at our education info view panel, we have over 6,000 eligible students and only 4,500 capacity for them in the vanilla uni building we placed earlier on in the series. So I think it's time we brought a varsity campus to the city, and rather than build out one massive big area, I want to take inspiration from cities like Melbourne, Oxford and Edinburgh, where they have universities that are so large they spread them out over the city. We can fudge it by creating a campus area, then painting another area somewhere else, and removing the connection. So we only have one campus area, but we can spread the different campuses out right across the city. I ran a poll on the community tab on my channel and I was blown away to see 54 of you had voted on which style of campus we should build. So in the name of democracy, it was pretty close, but the standard university campus just beat the liberal arts campus 41 to 39, so we'll honour that accordingly. And what we'll do is we'll start off with the main campus building in one area, then we unlock the School of Law first, so we'll pop that in another area to create two campus areas to get us started. Then in the future, as our city continues to grow and our demand for university places increases, we can add in another campus area as we unlock the School of Medicine and the School of Science. Rightio, let's get cracking and build this out, and while I do, let's fast forward. Okay, let's take a look. So starting here at our University Administration building, so this is obviously the main building for the university, so I think it needs a bit more of a fanfare than maybe other campuses as we build them around the city. So I felt it needed an avenue type entrance. Obviously Bob is required for those hideous vanilla trees there. Then a custom square water feature here. Again, I wanted something grand, so I built it myself rather than finding an asset from the workshop. When we come to detailing it, we can put in lights and water jets and really go to town. Then when we zoom around the back here, it's got this beautiful bay window type situation on the back. So again, I felt something formal back here would be best. So I'm using the fantastic fountain unique building as it just screams pomp and circumstance to me. Either side we have some dormitories. They had car spaces which I've removed as I want the flexibility to put them on paths and not roads. Then the study hall I've put off to the side here with a bit of parking, and that's connected to this road back here, almost like a back entrance. So if you're working here, you don't get to drive up the main boulevard, you're relegated to the back entrance. I've also managed to sneak a groundskeeping asset in here too, tucked away back here out of the way, as I'm sure that any groundskeeping would be taking away from the beautiful aesthetic of the main building, so the dean wouldn't want that anywhere near our main building. Then I've created another side entrance here for another car park and two of the futsal clubs. Now I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I did have to Google it as I wasn't even sure what that was. A form of indoor football for those that are interested. Then some paths connecting everything up, and also a path along to the train station with a new little metro station here too, so students have options if they're not boarding on campus. Then up and over to our law campus over here, again with a very formal entrance. I chose this spot for the campus because obviously this tram and metro stop out front will help students and teachers get here from most places around the city. The School of Law building, which is very grand I must say, almost like a courthouse, which would actually make sense. Very grand indeed. A couple of dormitories this side as well, and another study hall. We haven't unlocked the gymnasium or cafeteria or anything yet, but we can detail this up in such a way that it's easy enough to add those assets later when we get to that point. Another little groundskeeping asset and another futsal club to drive up the campus attractiveness, but again, I think we'll end up swapping that out for something else, to be honest. I don't want a futsal club at every campus around the city. And there we have it. Our University of Amity campuses arrive in the city, which is very exciting. We're doing okay attractiveness wise. If we look at the campus info panel, students are low, but we now have a capacity of 7,650 for the 6,257 eligible students. So I think as the academic year progresses, we should hit that. Then we need 2 academic works to get that next reputation level, so we'll let that work away in the background. Time to detail it up. Think this will be a short time lapse really, as there's not too much to do, so I'll be back in a sec. Radio, let's see what we did to take this university campus to the next level. So starting at our administration building, I put in these 2 brick walls with university signage on them, just in case it wasn't obvious what this building was. Then I went in hard with some Mr. Mason trees, and I chose these Siberian pine trees. Not a tree from this biome admittedly, but I just love the pencil thin tall structure to it. I think it looks really sharp. So using repeated patterns, I made a fanfare of this avenue leading up to the main building. If you've watched my videos before, you know I'm a sucker for lights and a fountain as well, so these water jets light up green at night. Then I just use a choice of bushes, flowers and shrubs to create this really manicured garden area. Lots of symmetry and repeated patterns, as it just gives that sense of grandeur I was looking for here, making something really special out of this building. Around the back, same deal, little repeated patterns and spots of detail to give you that sense that this place is really something out of the ordinary. Then I fenced off the perimeter and on either side created a more wild area where you could maybe come and study or take a break and just wander the gardens, which have more of a wilder feel to them, to take your mind off the academic side of things. Same thing over this side. I find water quite calming in real life, so I imagine these would be great spots to come and chill. And while we're here, just give me 2 seconds here. I made a park area to pop these park piers in, and so I want to name this park Lydia's Park. One of my subscribers, Anthony, watches these videos with his granddaughter Lydia, which I think is so sweet. The next generation of Cities Skylines players. So if you're watching, Lydia, I hope you like your park. Then back around to the futsal clubs, just a bit of fencing and nothing too fancy. As I said earlier, I'm not sure they'll stay here as we level up our university. We might go in with different assets in the future, so didn't want to go crazy if we're going to rip it out later. Then clusters of trees here to give a foresty parky type vibe as we head towards the train station. A few food vans and benches with parasols next to the metro there as well. Then over to our School of Law campus here. Again, I wanted to tie both campuses together, so repeating the Siberian pine trees here makes it look familiar. We have this amazing big law school building here, but it's pretty plain, so I picked up the colour of the wood on the doors and put statement trees around it using a fiery sugar maple by Mr. Mason. Then lots of formal garden beds contained within the formal path areas, but then I wanted to go wilder as we head to the water's edge down here, with a dirt path and some more piers, again giving the students a place to get away from the pomp and circumstance and chill out, read a book, or just get away from the study for a while. And there we have it. 2 amazing university campus areas which will kickstart the city into some next level university study, and which opens up varsity sports for us soon as well. So we'll do something with those assets, as there are some great ones in there as well. That's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. If you're on Discord, jump over to my Discord community and chill out and chat with us. Stick around for the Cinnos up next, but until next time, take care, have a great day, and thanks again for watching.